good, but he says that all the time unless he plays perfect pool. But he's just, I think Efren's got a better frame of mind right now going into this match. I mean, he's doing stuff like his nickname calls for, the Magician. He did some stuff in this term that was just incredible.
Oh, he certainly did. And Akistats has the tapes that he played in. A lot of the tapes that Akistats has are worthy of watching, particularly the ones that are Reyes in. And he played a match against Archer last night that was incredible.
That one Massey shot he had or something like that with the 8-ball where he had to jack up on it, Massey down for the 9-ball. That was just an incredible shot. But he does those kind of things often.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the table that they're playing on. This particular table gives up balls on the break, and I believe that's going to favor Reyes because of the two players out there, Strickland obviously has the better break. If the table was stingy in the regard of giving up balls off of the break, then it would favor Strickland because he probably would earn more opportunities with the bigger break. Now, by this table giving up more balls on the break, I think that's a kind of an equalizer for Reyes because he'll then get opportunities that he wouldn't have gotten on a tougher breaking table.
Definitely. I mean, Earl's hitting him 100 mile an hour, and Reyes has found a speed. It's a little bit off speed, and he's making the corner ball every time. Let's see if the 3 goes. Say the 3 didn't go that time.
And neither did anything else. Therefore, in game number 1, very quickly, Efren Reyes, the player coming out of the chair, has the first opportunity to get onto the board. And that's so important, isn't it?
Oh, this is the big one. You got to focus. You got to win this game. If you miss this rack, I mean, your whole mental frame of mind for this particular match goes downhill from there on out.
Needless to say that if you win this first game and then you break the balls, get another opportunity to win a couple more games and string a couple more games, then the incoming player, your opponent, may be a little bit tight. And then if he errs at that time, then it's all yours.
Exactly. That's why this first game is so important. He's got a fairly easy run out here. I mean, he's probably going to just, I would draw this cue ball instead of punch it. I would draw it up 2 cushions, back to where he is, and back out to the middle of the table.
Notice the position of the 6 and the 8 near the right-hand side pocket. He's going to have to get a pretty good shot on the 6, considering the position of the 7 cross table. So therefore, that may be the crucial area of this particular rack.
Yeah, but the balls are laying good. If he gets on the 4 ball, he'll just bounce out further in the middle of the table for the 5 and just come over to the side cushion to make sure he gets the angle on the 6 to go over for the 7. You don't want to be in the middle of the table shooting the 6 ball because then you can't get back for the 7.
Right. You want to be on the right-hand side of the 6 ball. Now he's opted to play position for the 4 up to the other pocket, which really wasn't that bad of an idea, considering that there was a little that could go wrong with that particular shot.
Right. In fact, that was a better selection than I chose because I couldn't see the angle there. Because if he had coming out 2 cushions, he could have came a little long behind the 7.
Hit that a little roughly, but the forgivingness of the pocket accepted the shot. Now he needs to be somewhere to the right behind the 6, playing position for the upper right-hand corner.
Right. He'll be closer to the cushion. He's going to bounce out here. Let's see how far he bounces out. He's in a little trouble, though.
Okay, now he's on the wrong side of the 6 ball. He shows a little signs of disgust with his body language, which we picked up.
You see the angle on this, excuse me, Bill, you see the angle on this shot here? You can get a good view of it on the screen here. If he draws the ball, it's a dead scratch, so he's going to have to force the draw out of the scratch here. He's going to have to draw it, force it to the side cushion below the 8 ball. In other words, the cushion on this side of the 8 ball. He's following this ball, but he's going to hit the 8. He can't follow the ball. He's got to force draw it, just miss the side pocket, and then spin 2 cushions for the 7 in the side.
Well, the other option he has is just to float down a couple, maybe 12 inches or so, and just accept the angle on the 7 because it's natural position.
Well, he's going to do this. He's making up his mind now, percentage-wise, what's better for him at this stage of the game. If he feels confident, he might roll up, but he's doing what I said. He's forcing the draw. Watch the force on the draw. No, he followed up. Well, he feels confident. By shooting a shot like that, you feel confident because the 7 ball is like one of the toughest shots on the table. You're crossing the ball. The ball could skid on you. Anything can happen. He's hitting this with a center ball, maybe just a little bit of right-hand spin. Hit it perfect. He's playing with a lot of confidence. Anybody who goes for that shot in the beginning instead of drawing back is playing with a lot of confidence.
Well, he's the only undefeated player in the tournament, and there's no one that has beaten him, and he has the confidence that he can go on and win the title. And if that shot is any indication how he's going to perform the rest of the match, I don't think he's going to be stopped.
Well, that's why I picked him in the beginning of the match.
Game number 1 goes to Reyes, and he gets on the board first.
And go on the first rack, it didn't go. But like I said, it's been going almost every time, and the pockets are generous. I mean, through the whole tournament, you've been seeing a lot of 2s and 3s and 4 racks run. I mean, if a guy got a 5 or 6 game lead, you're still in the game.
Absolutely. There actually isn't a lead that's not surmountable because of the very reason that Ray described. The forgiveness of the pockets, and the balls open up quite nicely. The cloth is fairly fast. So therefore, that's all conducive to offensive play, and that's what we've seen throughout the tournament, and there's no reason why we shouldn't see it here in this match.
Yeah, well, watch him. He's not going to hit this at full power, I don't think. I mean, especially starting out right here, he's going to see where the two is going. He's been making a corner ball with about 3/4 or maybe about 80% speed, and see if he hits about 80% right here. About 80%.
And once again, you were right. The corner ball directly into the
He's got the
corner
speed
pocket.
down, perfect for that shot.
But what do you do? How do you stop that if you are the person racking the balls? I mean, if the corner ball starts going in, is there very little you can do about it?
Well, I mean, some guys would try to cheat if they're racking for themselves, or I mean, racking for the other guy. They would split the back two balls behind the 9, but the players won't let them do that. And once you form a groove in that cloth, because this is 860 Simonis forms grooves, it just seems to slide no matter if you rack the balls high or low or whatever.
So therefore, when you consider that they have someone racking the balls for both players, that corner ball may go in with really regularity.
No, I've seen it go. I mean, if they play 21 games, I've seen it go 20 times. He's got a fairly easy run out here. Things are going to start working for him. Things are going good for him. Of course, things have been going good for Earl. I mean, he played Luat. Luat missed a 9. It was 10-10. Luat missed a 9 straight in. And things have been going good for Efren, too. Here he's got a really easy run out here. I mean, the balls are just connected dots. I mean, the 5, 6, 7 in the corner.
Yeah,
8
the 6 is
corner.
placed very conveniently for the 7,
perfect.
considering the position of the 7.
Perfect. Looks like you have to draw. Might have to draw back and forth. Yeah. But it's a simple shot. Yeah, he's going to jump out to the 2-0 lead here, and then I mean, if he gets a 4 or 5 game lead here, well, even a couple 3 game lead. I mean, if Earl misses when he has his opportunity the first time up, then it's going to be a landslide.
Well, the shot and the angle that he has now suggests, at least to me from my vantage point, that he doesn't need to go down table very far. He doesn't want to go down table as far as where the 9 is. He wants to fall short of that because he has a nice shot on the 8, and the 9's far away from that rail for him to play.
Yeah, see, I didn't like the shot.
I would have stopped short of the 9.
But he's playing with so much confidence. See, I mean, if you're not playing with confidence, just stop it here. But if you're playing with a lot of confidence, you can control that cue ball to a matter of inches.
And that's what he's doing right now. He has excellent control of the cue ball. He owns this table. When you know how a table plays, the speed of the table, how the rails are playing, then the caliber of players like Efren, Reyes, Earl, Strickland just own the table.
It hit high.
One, 2 in the side, 3 in the corner, 4 is open in the rear.
I don't know if he can make the 1 ball.
Oh, he cannot make the 1?
No, I don't think so. He might go to the cushion and just try to make this ball off the cushion. As big as these pockets are playing, I mean, it's not a bad shot because there's no other safety there or anything. Well, he's making up his mind on the percentage whether to play safe off this shot or go for the kick off the cushion to make the 1 ball. He's playing the 1 ball. Well, I don't know about that shot. I mean, even if he did what he wanted to do, I think, but there's no reward for that, is there, Billy?
No, not really. Now, this is a very interesting situation that's developed here. Efren Reyes cuts balls as thinly as anybody in the world, and this is a shot that requires a very thin hit.
And he's drawing his 3 cushions for the 2 in the same corner. No,
But
he's going for the side. He missed that, too.
Yeah, he wasn't able to cut it thinly enough, and now the cue ball stops somewhere between the 2-4, leaving Strickland a pretty good shot, but the angle really isn't ideal.
He's going to bounce off the cushion here, try to get straight in on the 2 ball. Just stop the cue ball then. He didn't get straight in, so he'll have to pound this 2 ball or bounce it off the cushion and come back out right around where the 2 is again.
Yeah, well, this is the type of shot that he enjoys shooting. He'll shoot this well.
You got to watch you don't come too far. Well, I guess there was a lot of room for the ball to pass. Well, he's looking at it. Maybe he can't make the 3. Made a little expression there.
Well, I think it's a little close, but I do believe he can pocket the 3.
And he's just going to draw it up table for the 4 on the side, I think. No, he's going to take the long shot.
Well, apparently...
He had to spin it a little bit.
Right. He had to rely on the English to turn the 3 into the pocket, so therefore that precluded him from drawing the cue ball up table for position for the 4 on the side. Now he has to take another testy shot to get through this rack.
No problem. Watch the 8 ball.
Watch the 8. Oh, he was able to go into the 8 without
I know
having the 8 being an interfering ball, so therefore he was able to get over that obstacle.
Yeah, I know he didn't want to run into the 8. Good players don't really like to run into balls unless you have to.
But sometimes at the shot that you're left with,
Yeah, you have to.
you have to, or else you'll diminish the accuracy too much of the shot.
Well, this is going back and forth, isn't it? Nobody wants to take control. There's been a lot of opportunities to take control in this match by Efren, and he just hasn't done it yet. You can't mess around with Earl too much. He's going to get a little rhythm here and hit you with a 3 or 4.
Well, I don't think he's messing around with him much.
Well, I know that was just a figure.
Well, I think I'll let Earl win this game, and I'll come back on him later in the match.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of balls missed in this session. I believe Earl is staying with that same break, even though he's made a ball there. That corner ball isn't going nowhere near it. I mean, neither player, maybe they should try to go to the other side of the table. But Earl's just staying there. He made a ball, so I guess he's happy. And he's got a nice little run out here. All he has to do is get on a 3 ball. If it gets on a 3, then it's over.
You should just go in between the 7 and 9, playing the 3 up the corner.
No, for the side pocket.
Side? Okay, if he's straight in on the side, I agree with it. But if he has that angle that favors the up table, I don't know if I would have liked that.
Yeah, but he played position for the side pocket. It was a natural shot.
Mm-hmm. Which keeps him in line for the 4, which is nice because the 5 is adjacent to the 9. After pocketing the 4, he'll then be right in line for the 5. Now he's in perfect line for the 5. He'll just probably force it up for the 7.
Yeah, just straight up the table. He's got a little bit on the wrong side of the 7 ball here, so he's going to either have to draw it right across the table and back out, or go 2 cushions. I'd prefer to draw it right across the table and back out.
Stay a little closer to the 8 ball this way.
Yeah, that's what he did. It's easier to judge. Got a new leader.
Is this the first time in the match he's had the lead?
Yes, it is.
And like Reppy says, after game number 11,
the 1 ball went to the middle of the cushion. Well, you're going to see a safety here if he can hit the edge of the 1. See,
he'll go around the 7.
Around the 7, tie him up behind that bunch of balls there. 2, 6, and 3.
He would like to put him behind the 3, but he don't want to run the risk of scratching 2 cushions in the corner.
But that's what he's going to do, going underneath the 7. We juiced it a little too much and hit the 4 ball.
Well, that's. I was very surprised to see him hit that as badly as he did. I guess he didn't want to run the risk of scratching in the corner, and he lost his concentration.
I don't know what happened there, but he hit that terribly. Now it just left a perfect opportunity for Earl to go ahead again.
And that type of a shot really wasn't all that difficult. I was really surprised to see him not do well with it.
Well, I think he was more concerned about getting around the 7, where that wasn't that big a deal, I didn't think. I mean, he didn't have to hit that with that much spin. He really juiced the ball on that shot. I mean, he hit it with, instead of a little bit of speed, he hit it with all spin to let the spin bring him down table. But when you put that much spin on, you're going to close the angle a little bit.
A reason possibly why he may have played it in that fashion is because maybe he wanted to control the 1 ball. By hitting it softer and allow the spin to control the cue ball, then he would control the 1 ball a bit easier. But
I don't know what was on his mind.
Cost him a lot. How much still remains to be seen, but it has cost him at least 2 games, or possible 2 games.
Yep. The kiss of the 5.
If it would have kissed him to the 5, it may have found its way to the ball.
No, he didn't make a ball here, but it's a little bit of a tough run out here.
Yeah, well, there's 2 problems that he has. One, immediately, is position for the 2, and the other problem, which isn't as big, is where the position of the 4 is in relation to the 5. So he's
going to hit this ball with if you were looking at a clock, he's hitting this ball at 2 o'clock right now.
It's cue ball at 2 o'clock. Well,
no, he didn't. He forced it into the 6. That was a great shot there. He forced it into the 6 and then used the angle off the carom of the 6 for position for the 2. That was a good shot.
Okay, let's see. Does he have the room to play position for the 3 in the lower left-hand corner?
He does, but he's going to
stop for the 4.
But he's going to wind up with an angle to go back and forth across the table. He's trying to get as straight as he can on this 3.
That's good, because now the 4 is right to the left of the 3. All he needs to do is control the cue ball he's somewhere in that general area.
He's going to pinch this a little bit. Low left-hand English and pinch this in so he doesn't make the cue ball travel. No, he decided to go back and forth. He had a bigger angle than I thought. Sometimes you can pinch that shot and not let the cue ball get away from you.
This is a center ball, slightly with a little bit of right-hand English. It's a center ball, I believe, and he'll be able to control it quite really
Just
easily.
straight back and forth across the table.
He needed to apply a little right to make sure he assured himself he would get on top of the 5. Now he's positioned the cue ball
Yeah.
in a very awkward position in terms of
From here, I can't
pocketing
tell
the
if he can cut the ball into the bottom left-hand corner or he has to go to the right-hand corner.
He's on the 50-yard line. I don't think
He's spinning this with a lot of right-hand English, too, to go 3 cushions around. That's what he did. Great shot.
And he knew that he was going to come very close to
the 9
contacting
ball.
the 7, too.
Mm-hmm.
He barely missed the 7.
And it was a tough shot on top of it because when you're hitting that ball with right-hand English, it has a tendency to kick on you and throw out. Well, going to be back to even again. This is really a seesaw game, isn't it?
Yeah, so therefore, in that regard, this match has been exciting because it's been closely and sharply contested the entire way. Game number 14.
So far, it has the makings of a 12-12er.
Or go into the right-hand corner pocket. One high.
High again. No balls on the break.
A lot of traffic in between the 1 and the cue ball. The 8, the 2, and the 4. And he's behind
No
the
shot.
8.
No shot.
And another position where it's difficult to push.
Earl's saying something. What did he say, Billy?
I don't know, but if he pushes down by the 3 ball, he's going to leave Reyes a good safety behind the 2-4 with the cue ball. So therefore, he's got his work cut out for him here. He's in a very, very difficult situation.
He's looking at pushing behind the 5 ball right now and using the jump shot. He might, if he sticks it here, I mean, let's see what he's doing here. Well, he put it over where he can't cross the ball.
Yeah, well, he put it in a position where he can't play safe.
Yeah, you got to go for the shot
You
here.
either got to go for the shot or pass it. And if you pass the shot, you could lose. And if you go for the shot and miss it, you could lose. So therefore, it's really a tough decision for Reyes right now. He did the job of pushing to this position.
That was a good push out then. I don't know if you're going to shoot this shot. I think I'd let him shoot it. See, he's looking whether he can cross the ball. He'd like to bank the 1 ball straight down the table and put him behind the 4 ball, but the angle's just not there. You'd have to hit it too perfect to do that.
And then he may even scratch.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to hit it too perfect. But I don't know about going for this shot. It's a tough shot, bad percentage, I think.
Oh, he hit it very thinly. And then that way he knew that if he missed it, chances are that Reyes would then walk from the table without really leaving any type of an offensive shot. And he hits balls very, very...
Actually, that was a great shot.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. That's one I've overlooked right there. And I usually don't overlook anything.
Well, he may find himself behind the 4 here.
He's going to lay this in a pocket that's going to hang up. And,
Well, he can kick this.
Yeah, he kicks so well, too. And,
but he can't afford to kick this hard, because if he kicks it hard and happens to hit the side rail, there's the 6 that may be an interfering ball, the 7, and also the 8 that could be possible
9.
interfering balls.
He can kiss off the 9, go back behind, and kiss off the 6, go back behind the 9 or the 3. He's going to hit this hard anyway, I think.
I would not hit this hard.
Told you, he wanted to make sure he made it. Look at this kiss.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
my goodness.
The magician.
Like I...
Going his way now.
Well, if that's an indication of how it's going to continue, certainly is going his way, because he threw caution to the wind when he shot that shot.
Well, that was the only thing to do on the shot, though. But look at, he got another roll. He just tied him up again. Earl's getting a little fed up with it, he says to himself. How can this happen to me? Oh, boy.
So therefore, there was a lot of traffic that he had to go through by kicking in this fashion.
But
see, 2 balls to the left of the cue ball.
See, if he hit this soft, he's going to wind up behind the 6 ball, or Yeah, if he hit this soft, he could have wound up behind the 6 or have a long shot on the 2 ball and still no good for position on the 3. So hit it hard, let it go, see what happens. And this is what happened.
Had that not happened, he would have had a shot anyway, wouldn't he? We don't
We don't know, do we?
Yeah, we know. I mean, but
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean on the next ball?
yeah, right.
Well, here. This is a big shot. Reyes got a 1-game lead. He's got a long straight in.
I look from the pocket this ball. He's off the cushion, even though the 7 ball may snuggers a portion of the cue ball. I look from the pocket this ball. He's got a good look at it right here.
Just focus, 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 and make sure your stroke goes out straight on this shot. Pop. Right in the heart he hit it. Got a little bit of an angle on the 2 ball, but that's okay because you kind of like want to cinch that 1 ball. You want to make sure you make that 1.
And it's okay because of the position of the 4. You really don't have to do much off the 3 for position on the 4, since the 4 is located very near the right-hand corner pocket. Excuse me, right-hand side pocket. So therefore, he figures to go 2 cushions around the 8.
And straight out, yeah.
Or maybe
he might spin this.
Draw it.
Yeah, he might just spin this a little bit. Pinch it.
Okay.
No, 1 cushion he went.
Drawing it away from the 8. Back
And
up
see the way he's coming into the angle of the shot?
Very nicely done. Which is a better way of playing it, actually,
Yeah.
because he stays on the line.
I thought he had a bigger angle. It's tough to see from this angle.
And he's on the proper side of the 3 also, which will bring him closer to the 4.
Yeah. Got to make sure you get a good angle on the 5 ball here because you want to drop to the cushion down from the side pocket.
Yeah, this is the key shot position on the 5. The 5 to the 6 will tell the story, or at least should.
A little left-hand English there to make sure you get closer to the 5 ball. Now he's going to draw. Some players would go to the cushion on the left side of the table here, or just use speed. Here's one of the shots where you're coming across the angle. If you go into the cushion, you're coming into the angle after you make contact with the cushion. He's coming across the angle. He just judged his speed on that shot. See, but if he went to the cushion, Billy, and then bounced out, he's coming into the angle the whole time. When he plays position on this 8 ball, he's going to play for an angle to go 3 cushions for the 9 ball.
He'll stay to the left of the 8.
Yes.
Which
Like
he's
that.
done. And he'll try to draw as deeply into the right-hand corner as he can, which will give him the angle that he needs to come out of it.
Right, so no matter where he hits the cushion, off the cushion, the speed, he's
Yeah.
just going to come into the shot.
See how deep he came out of the right-hand cushion?
Yeah, now no matter where it stops here, look at boom, coming. You got a big area to stop.
And all of a sudden, we have a player that has a 2-game.
And he's made the corner ball. It didn't go straight in, though. Look
Watch
out
the
for
cue
the
ball.
screen.
Watch the cue ball.
Up.
2-9 right away. You can see that's available.
Well, it's tough, though. Tough combination. You have to get perfect on it. There's no hole for the 2 ball. Yes, there is. You go in the middle of the table. I think the 2 passes the 9. No, it doesn't.
Well, the 2-8 is straight on the side, but if you're going to play for a combination, you want to just play for the 2-9.
Well, no, not necessarily. You always play for the easiest combination. But this is a funny little shot. He's going to play for the combination. He really doesn't want to shoot this shot.
So he's going to position the cue ball in an area that suggests he's going to draw it around the 4. You know, I'm not quite sure if I would position the cue ball to the left of the 1 and draw it to the side cushion and toward the 2 that way.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's
Okay, he's going just across
and
table and
forth.
keep it. He's going to settle for a longer shot on the 2-9, longer combination.
Yeah, he's going to hit this hard, try to send the cue ball 2 cushions around the table, upstairs there, up table, in case he misses the shot.
And then the cue ball should be somewhere
Yeah,
in
and
the
stop
area
the cue
behind
ball.
the 8.
Right. See it?
Cue ball in the corner. And the shot on the 1.
Oh,
the
boy.
3 to the left of the 1.
And this is a
4 open, 5 is open for the left-hand
Everything is
corner.
open.
6 is available underneath the 9. Not much traveling after pocketing the 5. 7 at the other end of the table. 8 in front of the corner pocket. This is oh my. This is fairly much another Cosmo.
Well, he's not connecting the dots here because, well, does he have an angle here? Yeah, he had an angle. No, it's Cosmo. Just get above the 5 ball so you have the angle to come down for the 6. That's your only problem here.
Yeah, that way you have an option. Naturally, you'd rather play position for this side of the 6, the right side.
He didn't get above it. He got straight in. He's going to have to draw back and shoot a tough cut on the 6 ball, and that makes a little bit of a problem because he might run into the 9. He has to go between the 9 and the 7 on the way up table. See, he's got a tough. Or he could follow the ball and shoot the 6 over this corner.
Right. If he's straight in, he could follow it and go into the 8.
He's following it back and forth, I think. You don't want to get on the cushion here.
This is a little bit of a tricky shot here, too, because he may go into the 9 here. He might rush the 9.
He's going to hit a little left-hand English, go straight up.
Well, he was able to avoid contacting the 9.
And now it's just one cushion back straight up and down the table. No, he's drawing it. He was straighter in than I thought. Well, it's tied up again.
And once again, it is tied up.
Going.
Nothing is gone.
No shot, though.
But no shot. Very quickly, I'll describe the layout to you. There are 5 balls that are nestled together, grouply tight near the left-hand corner, lower corner pocket. The 7 and the 4 are right in the pocket. The 3 to the left of the 4. The 5 is in between the 4 and the 9.
He's pushed to the side rail, giving Earl the opportunity to go for a bank or a safety here. It's tough to get the safety because the 6 is going to run interference with the cue ball off the cushion that way.
Well, he's forcing Earl to shoot the shot because Earl can't afford to pass the shot. He did well with it.
No, I mean, this looks like an easy jump here. He's only over the edge of the ball, Billy. But you don't see Efren jump too many balls. Very seldom.
No, you don't. Particularly when the ball that he has to get over is that close to the cue ball.
He doesn't want to pass this. I mean, we can't pass it, but...
Right, a necessitating situation.
Right.
He's going to masse it. He's going to play it safe, leaving a bank for Strickland. Oh, he could make... Oh, my. He almost had room to make it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't... He hit that pretty hard for a little bit of a masse, didn't he?
Yeah, which was an indication that he had room to make it.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting situation he's confronted with here in regard to that cluster down there.
Well, we can't see if the 3 passes here. If it doesn't pass, I mean, it's going to hit the 7, then you don't know which way the 7's going to shoot the 4 out of there.
And you really can't play a 3-4-7 billiard. Then
well, that's what he's looking at right now.
You might go under the 5.
Well, he could. No, that's no good either. I mean, you could play for the carom off the 3, hit the 4-7 billiard in, bring the 4 back out. I mean, the 3 back out a little bit. I don't know if that lays right or not.
Well, he's not playing.
He's playing for a 3-ball combination here.
Maybe he's just playing for the pocket to 3.
Yeah, you see that the 3 is going to come over here and click these 2 balls here. It's going to stay down table, I think. The 4 is going to get out of the way. You got to watch the kiss.
No, he's not going to like this.
There were so many things that could happen there. He can't hit this soft and put him behind a 5, I don't think.
Well, he might be able to put him behind the 9 off of the billiard off the 5.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Oh, he clicked. Well, he still got.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll get it. I mean, he can't kick to this cushion and hit the 3. Hit the edge of the 3. He's going to go. It looks like he might go up and down the table.
And I think that's the only option he has is to kick long. And if you notice the position of the 4, let's get a close up of the 4 ball in relation to the side pocket.
He's kicking to make this ball right now.
Okay, if he kicks the 3 in, he'll follow down. He will have a shot on the 4. Well, he gave himself a better chance of walking
By
away
going
in
to
a
the
better
cushion,
situation. Yeah, by going into the second cushion. Now he had the chance of separating both the cue ball from the 3, and also he had the chance of pocketing the 3.
He's going to bring the 5 over to the side cushion with this shot too and get position. See it? Well, this is getting very interesting now. Just drawing the cue ball back for the 6. We're punching it back out. Same thing here. He either wants to get straight in on the 8 or with the left-hand angle. There it is.
Yeah, this plays natural cross table. And it looks like we're going to have a very interesting finish here. It's developing into that. And after game 23, and now it's anyone's match.
Well,
This match is a toss-up from this position. Reyes has the equity of being on the hill. Strickland has the equity of being at the table. And after that shot, he increases the value of the control of the table somewhat.
I'll tell you, Earl's won a lot of matches in these predicaments, hasn't he? I mean, this whole tournament especially.
Watch out, he's behind the 9. He's behind the 9.
What? Boy, he took a gamble there.
He's very close. It's
He's gonna spin this a
very
little bit.
close.
Man, he took a heck of a chance there.
It's very close. Very close. He may have to jump this somewhat.
No,
A
he's
little-
not
a
too
little bit.
concerned. He's not too concerned.
It's very close. Well, he's fallen short of the mark.
I'm just going to cut this in a
He
side,
would
go
have
2
liked to have
cushions.
gotten straight on the 4, but
He's all right. He's just
that
going to make the
didn't
ball.
happen.
It goes naturally 2 cushions, and then two cushions with the 5 to the 6.
Well, he's fallen short once again.
Yeah. He'll hit this soft.
He has to hit his shot soft because there's no other route.
This ball could turn on him, though.
It certainly can. But it didn't. The equity of the control of the table seems to be getting larger.
I guess so. You got to like the shooter right now to win this match. Oh, what a ball game.
Gave him a slug.
All right,
here we go.
Here's one thing you don't want. You don't want to scratch. You don't want to make the cue ball jump off the table. Make sure you make contact with the 1 solid. You don't want to. Ooh,
The one's going to go to the center of the table, possibly.
we got a few clusters. Not much, but I mean, it's something.
Well, the 7 and an 8 at the other end of the
That's what I'm
table. The
saying.
8 precludes the
that's what I'm
7 for
saying.
pocketed,
That's
being
what I'm saying.
pocketed in the upper left. And he's starting off with a fairly thin hit on the 1 to the position of the 3 at the other end of the table. I don't know if the angle that he has on the 1 suggests that it's natural position. Maybe he has to
He's going
spin it somewhat.
No, he's drawing it underneath the 7 and 8 here. He's drawing it underneath there. He got around and gave him a shot.
No, he gave him a shot. Now,
What's the 9 ball here, Billy? No, I don't think the angle's
No
on.
9 here. No 9 here. He's going for it.
If it was up another inch, he could have drew it into the 9 because the 3 was there
Yeah.
for position anyway, but
Right,
it's not the way it turned
But
out.
there's no 9 here.
This is a tough shot. You got to kind of like slow roll this. Not real slow roll. You're going to go into the 9, or you don't have to go into the 9, but you're not going to hit this ball hard, and naturally you want to hit the ball hard.
I like his chances here.
Well, you got to like the shooter's chances, but believe me, this ain't no easy shot right now. He's got a funny bridge off the cushion where it's laying. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And when you're hitting down on the cue ball off a rail like that, the ball can swerve if you hit it a little bit bad.
He's going to hit it so where the cue ball will then go maybe into the 9 or possibly a quarter of the way back up table.
Yeah, but look at what happens.
Oh, well,
You
that
see?
was the problem. He
He's not-
didn't have the feel at that moment to go ahead and slow roll it, so he opted to go ahead and cinch it.
That's what you're supposed to do, though.
By cinching it, he
You
now
stay at
has
the
another
table.
problem to deal with later on, but I guess it's a fair trade-off considering you want to stay in control of the table.
And we're getting what we wanted.
Exactly.
He's not going to shoot this ball unless he can make the 4 ball. He's not going to shoot. He's just going to draw. And he's shooting this ball. Here's one of them spin shots again. The bing shots.
The bing. Ooh.
Does he hit these shots good?
Perfectly hit.
That's like Wimpy used to play. Remember Wimpy? Luther Lasser.
Do I remember Wimpy? Who
Yeah.
could forget Wimpy?
Well, if the people haven't seen him play before, I mean, that's the way Luther used to play all the time. Spinning the ball and pinching.
Okay, does he have the angle to draw off of the 9,
Yes, he
clearing
does. Yes, he
clearing
does.
the way for the 5?
The 9's just going to come out of there. Maybe he'll go into the 6 or not. Doesn't matter. All he has to do is just draw this ball, and it's going to bump off the 6. Just make sure you don't draw too strong. Just nip the top side of the 9. You want to make sure you go into the 9 here. Just draw it straight back just a little bit. Just a little bit, I said. What? He didn't have to do that. You see what I'm talking about?
That's right. Now,
Why did he do that?
Because he wanted to make it even more thrilling.
No, but if he just pinched that ball a little bit, it would have stopped right there. Just the 9 would have came over the same way, and he would have been right
Well,
there.
he
to go to
figured the
cushions.
9 was going to go into the 6, and he was going to move the 6.
Well, he might have figured that, yeah. He must have figured that, otherwise why would he shoot it like
Sure,
that?
see, now he even pointed like he was supposed to move the 6. With his finger, he could have moved it, but the 9, he didn't.
Well, he can see pretty much of a full ball at this 5 ball, so he's going to set it up table, and this whole game depends if he can get it behind the 6 ball.
And there's a possibility he may even be able to bank this 5 up table. You know?
Maybe.
That
yeah,
shot's available,
maybe.
and then he can use the 6 as an interfering ball. If he pockets the bank, he'll have the 6 to shoot. Oh no, he didn't. Watch the 8. Watch the 8.
Oh my goodness.
Strickland said,
Oh
"Okay, you can
my
have
goodness.
that
Oh boy.
ball." Now, the position Strickland should have been in, Reyes is in that position.
But he's in a worse position, Billy. He can't even go to the left-hand cushion because there's no access to the 5 on this side.
The 7 is the interfering ball.
Yes,
If he goes
that's
to
what
the
I meant.
left, he precludes him from kicking in that fashion. He can't go to the right because there's no cushion there.
He's in big trouble. He's in big trouble here.
The short cushion is the only cushion he can go to.
Oh, what a bad roll, huh?
Oh,
Jeepers.
horrible roll. Horrible roll. Horrible.
He might be able to go back and forth here. That's what he's looking at. I don't like that because you're going to leave a shot.
Yeah, you're not going to get movement from the 5 ball here
Right.
if you're able to contact it. And it looks like the short cushion is the only cushion he can go to. Behind the 6.
He kicks balls. He could nip the 5. In other words, going to the left-hand cushion, just missing the 7 ball, nipping the 5, and coming 3 cushions back down table. I think
He's going twice.
I don't like
Twice
this
or
shot
twice.
because you don't get no movement, like you said, and you might miss this ball.
Oh, goodness.
no! What a
Oh, my, look at Earl Strickland. Put the camera on Earl Strickland.
Yeah, Earl's even clapping on that
Put the
shot.
camera on
Jeepers.
Earl Strickland. Look
I don't
at this
believe it.
appreciation.
Sport fans, you have seen
I mean,
everything
what
now.
a shot. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy, they're going to play this in Manila. You're going to sell this tape to Manila. I know that. Jeepers. Well, that's why they call him a magician. There you have it. But he's not out yet, though. I've seen funny things happen.
And he's falling a little short
Yeah,
of the
he's
mark.
falling short.
Now he has to go 2 cushions.
Gee.
Or draw with 1 cushion. I don't know. He's got a funny angle.
He's got to force it and make sure he doesn't force it into the corner pocket.
He's got a
too.
funny angle. Huh. The suspense is still there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this is the rack that we wanted to see. We got everything we wanted. And
He's
more.
drawing 1 cushion.
And more.
Right selection here. I think this is perfect. He's
That's
there.
it. He's home. He's home. What a finish.
What a finals,
What
huh?
a finish.
You couldn't get no better than that. No
my
wonder you asked me to do
God.
this.
Oh, what a finish. And I really had to